Hi there. For this topic, we'll be looking at transportation and deposition on coastlines, starting with longshore drift. Longshore drift transports material along coastlines. The process is as follows. Wind approaches the coast at an angle because of a prevailing wind direction. Waves are controlled by the wind, and so this angle will be the direction that the swash moves up the beach. Gravity is the only force that acts on the backwash, so it falls back to the sea at right angles to the coastline. This causes sediment to repeatedly move in the shape of a right-angled triangle in a zigzag. Over time, sediment is carried along the beach. Just quickly recap that. Which process transports material along coasts? Longshore swash, longshore carriage, longshore movement, or longshore drift? The answer is, of course, longshore drift. What is the process of longshore drift? The wind approaches the coast at an angle. The swash moves up the beach at this angle. The backwash falls back to the sea at right angles to the coastline. And the next swash comes in at the same angle and deposits the sediment further down the beach. Now let's look at processes of transportation. There are four main ways that water can transport sediment. Solution. Solution is where rocks that are soluble are dissolved by water. Limestone and chalk are in particular vulnerable to this. They are then carried along with it. Suspension. Suspension is where silt, sand, clay or other material, and sand particles are held in water, but not dissolved and are carried along. Siltation. Siltation is where small sand and gravel particles are bounced along a river or a seabed. Traction. Traction is where large rocks and boulders are dragged along by the current. Let's just quickly recap that. Traction is where large rocks and boulders are carried along dragged along by the current. Suspension is where silt and sand particles are held in the water and are carried along. Solution is where rocks that are soluble are dissolved by the water. And siltation is where small sand and gravel particles are bounced along the river or seabed. Now let's have a look at coastal deposition. Coastal deposition describes the material that is dropped by seawater on the shore. Coasts get built up when there is more deposition than erosion. What increases the amount of deposition? High levels of erosion at other parts of the coast. This means that there is lots of material being transported and deposited, and lots of material is being transported. And also another thing that can cause the increased amounts of deposition is lots of material being transported into the area. Why does deposition happen? Deposition happens when low-energy constructive waves transport material onto the coast, but don't have enough energy to remove it all.
Very high flow, it's going to move very, very large boulders. Okay, next up.
Which type of waves cause coastal deposition? Is it constructive or destructive waves?
Process down. And when I say size,
constructive
I mean
waves.
the amount on the size of material individually that the siltation can move. And you can see again, we've got
a suspension is where silt and sand particles are held in the seawater and carried along.
It's a process that moves sand in a desert, and a particle will be moved along the river.
Let's quickly recap swash or backwash. Which out of the two carries material down the beach at right angles to the coastline? The correct answer is backwash. And swash carries material up the beach in the same direction as the waves. What do we call the dropping of material in seawater into the coast? Is it erosion, deposition, weathering, or transportation? Correct answer is deposition.
The next one we talk about is suspension. And you can see suspension.
What are different processes of transportation? Correct answer are siltation,
size of material further down from
suspension,
and further down from traction. And with suspension, material actually
traction and solution.
Touch the banks or the bed of the river. I mean, it may do, but it doesn't have to. So
which process carries material down the beach at angles to the coastline? The answer is backwash.
It's carried along.
Quickly recap the process of transportation one more time.
This typically looks is that these
particles siltation,
see in the diagram, they would make
solution,
the river look very murky, very muddy, and
traction,
orangey, browny colour.
and suspension.
That's a sign that the river's got a lot of suspended